Good evening and welcome to the living world of darkness, magic from the ashes. Today, whatever we want to call it, it is after normal work hours. Well, then again, investment firms sometimes are known for not really having closing hours, but Iliad has, well, certain employees of this company have just gone home for the day or gotten off work, and a couple of them are sitting in a little known local restaurant. Is probably too fancy a description. It's Louie's Pizza Place. It's Louie's Pizza, and it's fairly cheap by New York standards, but it's good pizza. And yeah, Julie is just she's just at the current moment. The others are sitting at the place. Julie is giving instructions how she wants a pizza to be made for her because, yeah, certain things, and it's driving Louie, the owner of this establishment, a little crazy, but the others have gotten are about to get their food.
Look, all I'm saying is pineapple is a topping that goes on pizza.
Agreed.
Bringing up the pineapple again?
No, pineapple's good on pizza. We're at a pizza place. What else are we going to talk about?
Sweet, salty. I mean, it works on other things. Why doesn't it work on pizza?
Who are you talking to? Has anyone disputed this?
I don't know. Just seems like something to say every time you walk into a pizza place if you like pineapple pizza. It's like you have to vindicate yourself every time you walk into a pizza place.
It seems a defensive and reactionary move, unless no one else has mentioned it.
It's a preemptive strike.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
She looks down at her pizza that actually does have pineapple on it. It's like a barbecue bacon pineapple thing. And she looks at it and she's like, I mean, I'm not fighting you. As she pulls a piece off the pizza and pops it in her mouth.
I mean, the pineapple on it is fine, but why would you destroy your pizza by putting barbecue sauce on it? That's so...
Have you tried it?
American. Yes, I have.
I'm American.
It's so American.
Oh.
Where are we?
Where are we and what am I?
No, I accidentally ordered one a while back. And I thought it had tomato sauce on it. It had barbecue sauce on it. My life.
What I have a problem with is not the barbecue sauce. It's people who do white sauce.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, Mr. Fancy Pants, if you got anything against mascarpone sauce, better get somewhere else, okay? That's like the big Louie, the big guy said it counted.
That's amazing.
It's a message.
Grab a picture for it. Make it face claim. This is now we're gonna claim.
Oh, Maron.
He looks.
Hey,
he leans back. He leans back. It's like if you're putting mascarpone in an Alfredo sauce, I don't need to be here.
Nausicaa looks slightly guilty as her pizza arrives. Nausicaa has paid $25 for a pizza with literally everything on it.
Oh.
It looks...
Wait.
Disgusting.
It has
anchovies?
Everything. Extra anchovies.
Oh, Jesus.
And yeah, Nausicaa sits it down and opens it, and just a scent wafts.
Okay, I'm not hungry.
Do the roll stamina. This is Louie, guys. This is Louie. Check that out. I put a picture on the side.
I want to ghoul him.
No, I'm working on it. It's not what he looks like.
Yes, it is. That's Chef Boyardee. Yes, it is.
He needs to be a character from The Sopranos. You don't.
Anyway,
Nausicaa, did he actually open the garbage bin on your pizza? I think you've been screwed.
Garbage bin? It looks like, the
The pizza is the garbage bin.
It's
You know,
only
this actually.
disposal.
it's only 50 cents for an extra topping, so I got a few.
A few.
a few.
Nausicaa looks defensive over her pizza, like you're
You know,
insulting a child.
sometimes less is definitely more.
Now you're okay with you're okay with me you're okay with me, Anna. I mean, like, you do have pineapple on there, so you're good.
Nausicaa has literally whole circles of pineapple mixed in with everything.
Oh,
Pineapple.
okay.
I'm just thinking about pineapple and anchovies right now, and I can't.
Would you like
Yeah,
to try
no.
some?
Oh, no, thank
Nope.
you.
Good, then mission achieved. None of you are going to steal my pizza. And Nausicaa,
The guy
tucks in.
behind the counter is just like, yeah, okay, yeah, I got it. Okay, you don't like too much grease, and you don't like, you want a vegetarian pizza. I got it. Okay, like, Bella. And he begins to shoot off a couple of Italian words, and Julie just smiles at him, just right, okay, and she seems to be have been looking at her pizza and see what kind of things gets done to it, but oh well. And she comes back to the table.
James has a bacon, extra jalapeno, and pineapple pizza, to which he is liberally shaking the red pepper flakes all over.
Ava is taking one look at Nausicaa's pizza, gets one whiff of that scent, and shoving her pizza away, tries to sit at the table for a few seconds more, and then probably runs to the bathroom. Hands kind of clutched in front of her mouth.
Nausicaa, oblivious,
It's not.
takes this dripping, greasy slice.
Oh,
The anchovies and the mussels mix with the pepperoni and mozzarella. The chilies and the fried eggs. And
What the
Nausicaa
hell? This
takes
is a
bite.
hell of a place, isn't it? It has all that.
Yeah, you get anything you want in your pizza. Just forget about when it's not talking too much with the health inspector, okay? And that's the motto. Very long and not too comprehensible motto, but yeah, Julie sits down, looks over at
Red grease is good grease. That's
why am I not surprised? She just says. She's looking at Nausicaa.
Yeah, no surprise. Nausicaa takes another bite of a big, lovely pizza.
Grace just kind of pulls her pizza protectively towards herself.
Oh, that's the first time I've heard you talk back like that. Oh, well.
She must love you now.
She can be taught.
Yeah, that's
To
good.
snark.
Nausicaa's just scowling at people. And looks like if she was she dearly wants to stick her tongue out, but she doesn't. And she's just staring at Julie in the eyes without breaking eye contact, takes another greasy bite, the oil dripping down her face.
oh.
Grace is going to kind of glance at those two, sigh, and turn and head towards the bathroom to make sure Appa's okay. It's the girl code. Someone's got to do it. So she goes and does it.
Julie is
James is oddly the only person that can't do it.
gets her pizza. There's eggplant and different kind of vegetables on it, grilled or on the pizza, and she's just drinking water. She just smiles at Nausicaa as this inhuman almost display is happening in front of her. She just smiles at her, just takes a bite. Good.
Yeah, it's good. It's got everything. Of course it's good.
Doesn't smell too Never mind.
Think about it logically. If you like all the ingredients and you put more of them on, you're gonna like it more.
Yeah, but that didn't work with ketchup and a fudgesicle when I was 5.
Oscar looks like she's considering this.
Well,
And she actually glances at the ketchup on the table and then glances back at her.
Oh!
Don't you fucking dare!
Oh! Oh!
While you guys are considering this, yeah, Grace has kind of entered the women's bathroom and she's kind of followed the sounds and sort of knocked gently on the stall that she's in. Hey, you okay there?
Fine, in a minute.
You want me to get you some water or something?
Yeah. I guess I'll just stick here until that travesty is gone. How can she eat that?
Why don't we, you know? Okay, I mean, yeah, it's not the prettiest thing I've ever seen, but we could move you away from her so you don't have to be right by it.
The smell.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, I'll go get you the water. I will bring it back to you and you can decide what you want to do from there, okay?
Cool, thanks.
Yeah.
Really sphere magic when you've got pizza.
Yeah, she'll head out to walk up front and try to, get a bottle of water. She walks right past you guys, where you're eyeballing the ketchup.
so yeah, I've been thinking of like with all the brokers and a lot of stuff going on, maybe we should have like a retreat for all of the like some team building stuff for all of the employees. I know we can't, like, maybe we can't go, but like, maybe we should send them off like
Team building?
yeah, for all the brokers, like all the other people, like some like camping or something like singing songs and stuff. Like,
You mean us and
no, the employees. I mean, we can't leave for that long at a time, but like the others, like all of the normal brokers and analysts.
How do you mean? What kind of team building?
Oh, just mix people together and like so they see each other in like normal places they don't see each other. Like jamming together and hanging out like in a forest, maybe in a cottage or something.
James
or
raises an eyebrow. How many people are working for Iliad right now besides the one person besides us that isn't in the room?
Out of character, there's around 10.
Ah.
Yeah, like maybe we could, like, I don't think it would hurt. Like, it would be kind of cool. And hey, maybe we can go as well. I mean,
When I worked at Silver and Sterling, a lot of the partners, they used to go to massage parlors together. Maybe we could do that.
No.
I
That's a bad idea.
don't think it's what you think it is.
Not so good just scowls. Well, I don't want a massage, but other
They're
people.
paying a massage parlor. When people from Wall Street go into a massage parlor, they're seeing prostitutes.
Wait, it depends
just
on where
says,
the massage parlor is.
and also because ears go red and she just ducks back like behind her box and eats her pizza. Upon hearing this.
I mean, I wouldn't set foot in a place like that, but she looks over at Nazca, smiles a bit. I don't know if that's company policy that we don't want people to do that, but
We don't want people to do that.
okay. Okay, I can I can get behind that actually. I think that's a good thing.
You can get behind
Not
not doing that.
fucking-
Not doing that. Not doing that. Okay, there
not
we go.
endorsing like close to enslaving women mostly. Actually, trafficking is kind of a big problem. That's another thing.
It is a big problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there are those that choose to do it that aren't being trafficked. Doesn't make them bad people.
Julie just looks over. Says, "I'm sorry."
There are people who choose to sell sex for money. Doesn't make them bad people, especially if they're doing it of their own free will.
Yeah, they don't. They might think they do, but they're all being manipulated. They're all being put into a system where they don't have any control over their bodies.
Can we talk about something else?
Yeah, this seems like a subject that
Yeah.
We'll get
Okay. Fine. No problem.
Guess Alpha will get out of the bathroom by now. 'Cause fuck it.
Yeah, I was gonna say Grace will probably come out maybe a second before her then.
Mm,
I'll let you walk out with me, that's fine too.
yeah, probably. She doesn't have much more in her stomach anyway, so.
Yeah, and the two of them walk out after a couple of minutes, you know. You saw her come back with the water.
Did you just... Julie just looks at Ava and just like, did you just have to go to the bathroom just because of the smell?
Did you not smell that thing?
Oh, I did. Like,
Oi.
I don't know.
Well,
if you got
the whole store did.
Ugh.
I think folks down the street are.
Well, I mean, I guess my sense of smell is a little bit...
I may just have an
no, it's fine. It's fine.
overactive imagination.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah,
No.
It's not good. That's... She smiles over at Nausicaa.
Nausicaa's just looking up from her everything on it pizza. Just
MA?
leave.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were done. Keep going.
Yeah, it's
I know that's
Louie's Pizza Place. It's not too far from Wall Street.
It is the cheapest pizza possible, but they will make everything that you want.
And someone has already gotten all they want on a pizza.
And it's foul.
She was trying to do an impression of Julie and said to the guy, "Make me one with everything." But
Wow.
well,
Yeah, the Avad is just kind of, making it a point not to even look at Nausicaa's pizza because that thing just looks. Ugh. And she kind of shoves her plate away and it's like, if anyone wants more, I think I might come down with something.
you want some of mine?
I think that was
Thank
the
you.
question in the
Worse.
first place.
Thank you for the offer, but no, thank you, Nausicaa. You enjoy that. Yeah.
James looks unsatisfied for a second. Looks down at his pizza, which is now covered by red pepper flakes, looks over to the side tables, reaches over, and grabs a bottle of sriracha and starts liberally adding it to the pizza.
And that is where our tastes no longer coincide, James. As she sticks with her barbecue bacon pineapple pizza. She will finally get to eat some of her pizza.
At this time, into Louis' pizza place, we'll walk another individual.
She's just not ready for whatever's happening here. She's not ready.
I agree.
Hey,
No, she isn't.
come in. The proprietor is just like, hey, how you doing? And yeah.
Yeah. She comes through the door not expecting to see any of these people here, picking up something on the way home. And at first she doesn't notice this group because she's, a New Yorker and pretty focused on getting her pizza. So she's there by the register for a minute. While they're destroying the universe one slice at a time, another table, presumably.
You can smell something is off in here. Not sure what, but something is off in here.
The whiff of anchovies, pineapple, and half-cooked egg.
And there's
Oh,
there's
No.
definitely at least one barbecue pizza over here, so
I'm also thinking about like the roasted red peppers mixing with the clams.
God.
And the
oh my
sriracha?
God, the clams. You know how pizza places always just smell amazing? Like in general, you walk in and you're like, oh, I forgot. This is the
not
best.
your day.
She's like sitting there waiting for her pizza, and she just kind of like she finds herself frowning and can't understand why. Her mood is just starting to drop for no good reason. There's something missing from this experience already. And so she looks up and
Yep.
glances
Okay.
around. Is Ava recognizable?
I mean, she looks like herself, but her hair is dyed, like in the picture.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess.
Should I roll to see if I notice
Whatever,
her? Can I just
whatever
see
you feel like.
her? Okay.
I don't know. Would that be wits? I think.
Sure.
mean,
I don't know.
I don't know either. Like, I'm
If-
fine with you just
she-
recognizing her. I mean, it's what you,
She's seen her
whatever
with
you
different
want.
colored hair before.
Yeah.
But she's not expecting her, so I'll roll for it.
I was gonna say I had to do a roll like that earlier. We just did wits at the time.
I'm gonna do what's alertness. That seems relevant. Oh, what dice roll are we in?
One extra dice roller one.
Gracias. Okay, yeah, she spots Ava and she's like stands up. She was sitting and she just stands up abruptly. And then she brushes herself off, very dignified, like, oh, bug. And sits back down again and tries not to look kerfuffled.
I mean, I don't know if who else she's met, but she's met other people at this table.
At least Julie.
Yeah. Very recently. And Julie will just, at this point, she'll probably see her. Her eyes will widen. Look over to Ava, look between them. She will just pick up her phone and write a message to Ava. Not go over to her at this point.
Or are they at different
No, they're not at different tables. Although I can assure you that Ava is doing her best impression to basically, drill a hole in the table just with her look, because she's not looking up at that pizza thing. Actually, those pizza things, because there are like 2 or 3 pizzas here that look absolutely horrible. With Nausicaa's definitely being number 1, but oh my god, like
Barbecue sauce.
Ava
And
will
red pepper
receive a message
flakes.
that says Rebecca is here. Can I talk with you? Question mark, and then toilet or something.
okay, Ava will kind of like text that back, like literally, okay, and
Julie has gotten up already as she sent the message and just went into the bathroom.
As Julie disappears, Rebecca takes that as a cue and pulls a deep breath and turns politely back towards the register. Becomes very busy with her phone. And an expression that's kind of perplexed.
Ava will get up and walk after Julie.
As soon as they get in, she will just say, "That's your friend. She, I don't know. I think she thinks you're, well, yeah, you know what officially happened, but I don't know if she saw you. What do we do? Like, do we try to bullshit her or what?
Why would we do that?
I don't know. If she saw you, she might have some questions."
I guess.
Fuck. I met her here the other, like, yesterday or something. I was with in the museum with Nausicaa, but I think there was one of those monsters, those wolf things with her.
Okay. Have you checked their you know?
I looked, and that's where I saw the fucking monster thing.
Yeah. Well, I guess. I don't know what to do here. I've never been dead before. Have you?
No, but should we tell her? Or, I mean, how much do you know about her? Can we trust her?
I think so. I mean, can you ever trust anyone in the city?
Probably not, but
There you go.
fuck.
So, yeah, I trust her as much as I would trust a friend. You know, it's fine. And maybe if she doesn't recognize me, then I don't know. Like,
Right,
I don't know what to do in this.
All right. I got a plan, but just yeah, but just give me
You
a
have a
moment.
plan.
I'm just gonna try something. And
Oh,
Julie says, "Yeah, just go back to your seat and think. I'll just talk with her for a moment, okay?"
okay. Julie, just don't do anything. Just don't do you.
She kind of looks at her, just says, "Right. Yeah, that's gonna be hard, but I'm gonna try my best."
Okay.
And Julie just goes out and checks her phone, and she goes up to near the cat register, and you will just say, "Hey, Rebecca. Hey, thanks for last." And she will go over to Rebecca and give her a hug.
She was busy pretending not to notice anybody in case of awkwardness. So when she's hugged, she looks not perplexed, but God, what's the word? Like her defenses are eroding.
Laxadazzled.
You're making words up, mister. I'm letting you get away with it because Dumbfizzled cracked me up. But she hugs Julie back surprisingly hard.
Nausicaa, upon noticing this, looks up from her pizza and just kind of notices Rebecca, looks back to her pizza, and her eyes just go wide, and she looks at Ava and looks at Rebecca and looks at Ava and looks at Rebecca, like panicking.
James is munching on pizza.
Grace is watching this whole thing, and she's gonna kind of lean in a little closer to Nausicaa and be like, "I've met her. What's going on?"
Met who? Sorry, met who?
We met her at the Smithsonian yesterday. She thinks Ava's dead. This.
Oh, fair.
Isn't that
okay.
a good thing if she thinks Ava's dead?
No,
Hey.
because Ava is here.
Sorry.
Maybe she could sneak out the back.
Why?
Because you're dead? And she just looks at you.
I'm not even dead for a week and I'm already bored.
You're gonna need to use a different... Anyway. We just don't want you to be found out. It's like a safety thing, right?
Look, she knows. She knows that I didn't do what they accused me of. So I'm sure it's fine.
Looks over.
I mean,
at
for all
Nausicaa.
that Ava that kind of says that she does look a little like uncertain and slightly stressed out. Also pale, but that could just be from like, you know, her experience with this pizza place so far.
Safe, not safe.
She's friends with. You remember, and I can't remember out of character, but she would know. Young's Hunter.
Gabe.
You remember that person Gabe met when we first entered the Chantry?
The stalker.
Yeah.
He looks over at Ava.
Yes.
You remember he said he wasn't normal?
I wasn't with you guys when you met him.
I also didn't meet him, but Ava did.
Yes. Your point, Nausicaa?
I believe your friend Rebecca is an acquaintance of his.
Yes. So
So, she may not be either, considering she also seems to know other people who aren't normal.
Does she?
I mean-
I don't.
Grace wrinkles her nose, getting a little confused by this logic.
I mean, your parents know someone who isn't quite.
We sat down yesterday for food in the Smithsonian cafeteria, and two people joined us. One was her, and the other was likely one of the werewolves that Boris has told us about. You can
Yeah,
ask
that's
Julie.
what Julie said. But do you really want to say that in the middle of a restaurant?
Nausicaa just looks around. I don't think anyone can hear us.
You willing to bet your life on that?
Nausicaa just kind of scowls and shrugs.
How do you know about this other person being weird?
Which one?
You said one of them was one of the... She'll lower her voice. Werewolves?
No, Julie said it.
Oh. Okay. I'm just kind of wondering how we know all this crap.
Certain glasses. She kind of, you know, does the air quote thing on the glasses. Can give us different colored sights.
Ah, the glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have a couple of pairs of those myself, amazingly enough.
Exactly. We all laugh, but yeah.
And although mine's kind of more of a hearing aid in one case, but I get your point.
So what's Julie doing while this conversation's going on? Am I just getting
Julie
the world's best hug?
is talking about a recommendation for a pizza, and she's talking about how it was kind of embarrassing that she had to bail on you and Cammy the other day or yesterday because and she had stuff to do work, and then she's just gotten off work, and she's eating with some of the others from the company, blah blah blah. She's just been spending time doing that. At this point, she will just so you work near here, so we're almost neighbors work wise, or you it's just this place you just go by.
So Rebecca has been watching Julie like a drowning person watches like a floating raft just out of sight. Just like she hasn't taken her eyes off her face while Julie just kind of goes on, and her expression is pretty fixed. When she actually asks a question, it like snaps Rebecca back into herself, and she her face immediately clears and gets polite and friendly, and this is fine. And she says, no, I was just in the neighborhood. After all that talk about Wall Street yesterday, I felt like I should immerse myself a little. And I thought I'd pick up something on the way home.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So yeah. Oh, so you I know it wasn't the right place, but like, how are you doing with all the, all the heavy stuff that's been going down? Like, are you doing all right with it, or like?
Yes, thank you. I am. Oh gosh, I'm doing better today than I've been in some time. Actually. And she's gonna reach over and put a hand on Julie's arm and just give it a gentle squeeze and says, don't worry. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, it is. So, do you have time right now for like sitting down and talking, maybe?
Are you sure?
Kind of. I mean, yes. Like, it's clear that Julie's attention is split between Rebecca and something else in the room.
Well, I would love to. As long as it's not awkward. I see that there are a lot of people.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Julie will sit down with Rebecca.
Mm-hmm. She follows her back and locks eyes with Ava for a second because you're not dead.
Wow.
Hang on.
Finally, someone who's happy about that.
Not dead yet.
It's just so funny. We're just like, but you're dead.
I actually spot that, I think.
No. Her expression is pleased. There's a twinkle in her eye, but it's not. It says nothing about you're not dead. It's just pleased.
But I do spot that you look in her direction, right?
Oh, that's obvious. She doesn't try to hide that at all. She's locking eyes with Ava on purpose.
Well, Ava will kind of, give that awkward smile back, like, hey, girl.
I'm gonna peony that.
The three successes you get that she says, "Hey, girl."
I think anyone every time someone tries to say "Hey, girl" with a look, it must be peonied.
I have one success.
You'll just get the hay.
Stop.
Julie sits down. She looks at Rebecca, and then slowly turns around, just looks over at the table, looks at Rebecca, and just. So,
What are you? This is not one of the specials that I've seen before.
no, it's not. Do you, she looks around and speaks somewhat quietly, and she just says, can we talk a bit more openly than we have been?
Rebecca blinks and sits
Are they
back.
at the same table as all of them?
Nope. We're sitting
Okay.
a ways off.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yes. Okay, yes, we're in this booth. Then she didn't ask about the pizza. She hasn't noticed this abomination yet.
Nope. You can still smell it, but you can't. Yeah.
Hard to miss that.
She
Of course.
Says, okay, so, do know that whatever was written in the papers was bullshit, right?
I don't think I've ever been so glad to mistrust the media in my life.
Right. Not only about the crime, but about certain other details.
I don't know anything about any of the details. I am pleased as punch to hear that there's a beautiful young woman over there, healthy and apparently fairly happy.
Yeah, she is. And we're going to keep it that way, right?
Yes. God, yes.
Good. That person you met with yesterday.
Yeah.
Would you say that that person is
That person?
Yeah, Cammy. Would you say that she's completely normal?
No. No, I would not say that Cam is completely normal. Julie, I'm very sorry that she was abrupt yesterday.
Not what I mean.
I would say that she tends to be much more abrupt than other people, sometimes without even saying anything.
Right. Right.
Are you worried about me?
I don't know.
I should
Could
say,
I be?
are you worried for me? Are you worried that Cammy's going to hurt me? She's going to pee any of the answer to that.
Well, I don't know. Should I be worried for you, or should I be worried about you? Or worried that you might do something. I don't know.
She has 2 successes. How's Julie feeling?
She seems fairly. She seems to be decently concerned that she does not know exactly what to think of you. And actually, I will just, for the heck of it, do something. Please do not watch. I succeed. She activates a mind shield because she has no idea what's going on, and things might get strange. But yeah, she just she does that. She just sits for a moment and
Cammy can be very intimidating.
For a moment, for a couple of moments, it doesn't seem like either Julie spaces out or it just seems a little bit distracted. But as you begin to speak of Cammy, she kind of just comes to, and she's like, "Oh, yeah, sorry about that. No, it was fine. I don't know, something about boundaries. I don't really. It's more her. It's not really that concerns me. It's her other side that concerns me."
Rebecca's watching her very intently. Now with a concerned look on her face. Kind of worried and protective at the same time. If you get in a fight with Cammy...
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm just trying to look out for people, well, myself and people around me. I don't want any trouble. I just... Look.
I'm not your enemy or
Well, that's good
others.
to know, but...
I promise you.
Well, then what are you? I'm genuinely, well, curious and frankly a little new to all of this.
What am I is a little strong.
I don't know what to say. Like how do you ask about something like this? I don't even know if I'm asking the right questions. I don't even know if I'm doing something like potentially very, very fucking dangerous by even asking you these things.
I'm not quite sure what you're afraid I'm going to do, but I'm not with the suits.
And yeah. She seems to contemplate. She has one hand in her pocket, and she fiddles with something, and she seems to consider this. Sits there and stares at you for a moment.
Hang on a sec. Oh no! What are you doing over there?
Yeah, like I get a paradox. She just shakes her head a little bit and just says, "Look, the fact that you know about certain things, that means I don't know what it means, but that's good. I think, I hope. I don't know, but yeah, she's okay. She's safe. She's with friends.
She has 4 successes on the P&E.
So
Is Julie feeling aggressive?
no,
Okay.
no, she's scared. You'd say,
Okay.
like defensive and scared. Pretty much, yeah.
Rebecca's expression just kind of doesn't quite crumble, but it creases pretty hard. And she says, as long as she's okay, then it's none of my business and I won't. She knows where to find me. You know where to find me.
Right. And look, I'll keep out of your hair, no problem. Trust me, I've got plenty of stuff to think and do. And I don't know, but I'll let her know that you are not gonna do anything unless she contacts you or something like that. Okay?
Yeah. Thanks. Thank you. I would appreciate that. And please pass on that I'm delighted that she's all right.
Cool. Thanks. Yeah, thanks. She kind of just nods and just says, "Yeah, have a good night." And she kind of gets up and just say goodbye to you probably, and then she will go over and sit down with the others. But while this has been going on, what have the others been doing?
Eating pizza. I don't know. Like I kind of imagine they would at least try to hear this conversation.
Yeah.
Like that was really long. That wasn't just a hey, let's have a quickie conversation. That was like 15 minutes.
So yeah, I think they were all there.
All
Nausicaa's
quietly watching, judging.
Yeah, they were probably all staring at you through while you guys are
Can you
doing this.
imagine that awful silence? All of you just watching and Nausicaa making
Is
chewing
there-
sounds of all the weird shit in the
Is there like a napkin or something?
It's weirdly wet and crunchy when she chews.
It's just so
Ew.
appalled.
Nausicaa,
Please don't do that. Please.
Grace is specifically not watching the pizza. Like she did for a minute or two at first. She's seen it. Her curiosity is no longer piqued. So she specifically stopped looking at that
James
transaction.
is looking in between the pizza, which is each successive slice is growing larger with toppings because I assume Nausicaa is eating each piece over the pizza, so any topping that slides off is still on the pizza.
Stop, please.
He's watching that in amazement, and then his eyes are narrowing, and he's like staring at the back of Julie's head.
I mean, Hava's just gonna grab a napkin and starts drawing symbols on it. And what it looks like to the others is it's partially a map that looks very specifically like the booth where Julie and Rebecca are sitting. Or sorry, a map of like the area, and then the booths where Julie and Rebecca are sitting, and their own table and the other tables. And she's gonna use a different color of ink for like their own table and the one with Julie and Rebecca there. And she's just gonna kind of fill out details, like literally writing stuff. And finally, with another different color pen, it's like she has a like rainbow of colors there in her bag, which she actually has. She's gonna write a word in Swedish, and she's gonna roll her arte. Well,
Well,
I think Alva can hear what's going on there.
sure. I don't know what that was, but that's a awfully good roll with 3 dice.
That was a correspondence effect.
I was just my thought on it was pretty much when Julie stood up and just went to walk away, like awkwardly leaving Rebecca sitting at this table by herself.
Out of character, the problem was I had to BRB. That was why I cut it off there. It was something I needed to do.
That's fine, but either way,
Honestly,
that's kind of what
a
it looks
minute
like.
to herself would probably be best. Like, Rebecca won't mind it at all. She doesn't look discombobulated.
She can join them if she wants to. That is totally okay.
Oh, but I was just gonna say, once you kind of walk away like that, and Grace is just kind of looking, and she'll kind of, because she was watching this. I'm not gonna lie, she probably wasn't even trying to hide that she was watching, because that curiosity. So she's probably just gonna kind of lift up an arm and sort of like, do that kind of wave. You do a super late acknowledgement of Rebecca, who's sitting over there. Like the latest acknowledgement ever.
So Rebecca was left alone for a second, and she just sat there. And as she's starting to get up to, she's kind of like smoothing her clothing, not fidgety, but the way that well-dressed women will when they stand, particularly if they're discombobulated. It's kind of a very particular habit. And she spots Grace. Oh, neat, Saskia. That's cool and creepy. She spots Grace's wave, and she just kind of starts to laugh, very quietly and a little awkwardly.
It's awkward.
Yeah, like oh yeah, okay, like that kind of a. But it's not mean spirited or.
Grace is not being mean either. It's not like she's doing this in mean spirited fashion. It's just all kinds of late.
Yeah, and Rebecca's laugh is acknowledging that. Okay, kids. She doesn't wave, but she gives a smile, acknowledging the wave, and nods. And she pauses, and then she starts to step away towards the register again. Not sure that she's invited. In fact, pretty sure she's not invited based on whatever weird shit is going down over there with that
Julie
monstrosity.
just comes over and just looks at the others and she's like, I think she's, I think she knows about a lot of stuff, but I don't know, like, do we talk with her? I don't know, like, she could be like a, I don't know, sleeper's agent, whatever.
So we be careful what we say.
Yeah, I try to be as vague as possible, but like,
I mean, Ava's looking over the note she just wrote, and she just looks up at Julie. You call that vague?
well, it didn't. What the fuck am I supposed to ask her?
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing could be better.
Great, just perfect. Like, well, she says she's happy that you're not. Well, she points down at the note. She says, "You know what she
Yeah.
said."
Hmm.
Well, by what we know, normally, when someone spots us, the black vans are here within 5 minutes. I've been talking to her for a while now, and I don't see any black vans.
You've been at her home.
Exactly.
Stop being paranoid.
So she is cool.
Yeah, I could have told you that.
So do you want to talk with her?
James puts down a slice of pizza and sighs. It would have been nice to be asked before all of our secrets were revealed.
I'll fucking answer Julie at that.
All of our secrets?
You've kind of outed all of us.
Yeah.
But she does not know any names. Does not know any. She doesn't know a lot about us. That's
Not really the point.
I'm trying to make life for Ava a little bit better, but yeah, I won't do that next time. That's fine. That's cool.
Thank you. 'Cause I
I'm trying
didn't
to-
ask for that. I understand you're trying to be nice. Don't get me wrong, I understand that. But you just tell me, go sit and I will take care of this. You didn't ask me if I needed help with this. You just presumed that you had to rescue me. And while I thank you for wanting to help me, next time it might be better to actually talk first. Instead of immediately act and then this
Right.
happens.
Right. Of course.
Before this gets any more awkward, would you like me to just go up and see if she'd like to sit with us?
I mean, she might as well just pull up a chair at this point.
Seriously. And Grace is going to stand up and head over to her.
Nausicaa just looks like she didn't. Yeah, this is just the worst result.
No, it could be better. It could be worse.
I almost prefer if the technocrats turned up.
It could be worse. It could be worse.
Oh no.
Yeah, Rebecca is approached by Grace, who you met as Sophia.
Sophia, what a pleasure to see you. How are you doing? I'm sorry if I've made things awkward.
No, I feel certain that you aren't the one who really made things awkward. Would you like to sit with us?
My timing is terrible. I don't want to interrupt.
We're eating pizza, some of us very disgusting pizza. That isn't really interrupting.
No barbecue?
Disgusting pizza.
Some people have disgusting pizza. I do not.
She's going to glance over towards the table, specifically towards the pizza, with a kind of concerned look. Well, I think I will pass on disgusting pizza, but...
You don't have to eat the pizza. I'm just saying some of us are eating disgusting pizza.
Excellent. Well, if I'm invited, I would love to join you, but I will do my best not to overstay my welcome.
You're invited.
Did James go with her? Are they...
Yeah, did James come with me?
How big is this place? If they're talking normally.
I don't know how big it is. We didn't make up Louie's pizza place.
I mean, are they talking normally? Not like Julie?
Emporium now.
It's a ballroom now. Yeah, no. I mean, she stood up and physically walked over, so I assumed there had to be at least enough room. She wasn't going to yell across the room.
If people are fairly comfortable talking about stuff, I feel like it's probably big enough that there could be multiple conversations going on without everyone hearing. So,
fair enough.
but if James is making your invited faces,
or could have walked up with me. That's fine too.
Yeah, whatever.
That ending in the first Avengers movie, where they're all sitting in the shawarma place eating shawarma, and the place is just completely trashed, and it's like dead silent. I just feel that we're that now.
Potentially.
No, we're not just there. I mean,
Don't worry.
Okay.
nobody has tried any forces effects yet.
Give me
True,
time.
and we're not wearing costumes, and that's not a hint, Julie.
I am working on it. Don't worry.
Oh God.
Give me time.
Grace will just say, "You're welcome." She'll just kind of and that. Whenever your food's done.
thank you.
And with that, she'll kind of turn and head back to the table.
Rebecca gives him a little more time while her food finishes, but once she's got the pizza box in hand, she'll head over to the table.
As she sits down, Julie just smiles at her and just says, "Look, I don't know if any of us really know a lot of this, but I just thought that, you two were friends, and I didn't want, I just wanted things to be better, but apparently they don't never get better, so, yeah."
Oh, it's...
Nausicaa's just looking between.
Oh, sorry.
No, Nausicaa's just looking between everybody. Clearly, like the air is thick as a cake. And she's just looking there with a half a slice of pizza towards her mouth, observing this awkward interchange.
God. Ava will get up and kind of stretches out her hands to Rebecca. Hi. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Helena.
A pleasure to meet you, Helena.
Pleasure is all mine.
Welcome to the awkwardness that is our table.
I can only imagine.
Yeah,
I can't. But
that's just my fault, apparently. Well, it is my fault, but yeah. Like, when is anything not my fault? Like,
Crunch, squelch, bite taken.
Oh.
how can you eat that? Like,
I'm
I
a
thought, like,
little green.
when you smell something rotten or something like really bad, or like if there's been like a lot of smoking in a room, you normally get sensitized to it and you don't smell it as much. But I'm swearing, the smell is getting worse. How is that possible?
Maybe it's just an acquired taste.
I'm seriously considering you not having taste buds. Honestly, like that.
I'm going to choose not to acquire that taste.
Mine has more ingredients, therefore it tastes better.
Mine has the good ingredients, therefore it tastes better.
I don't know if
That's not logical. More is better, obviously.
Did you major in chemistry? Certain things, like if you just mix a lot of things together in chemistry, sometimes you get an explosion.
Or mustard gas.
Oh God.
She just snaps her finger and points at Grace and just nods. Exactly.
I was now picturing Nausicaa kind of in her head as like this cartoonish figure that's just gonna swell up like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. At least she doesn't get purple. I don't know what kind of color she gets in Ava's mind. It's terrible.
In your head, it's in Swedish. Violet, you're turning violet, Violet.
Something like that, yes.
Nausicaa just looks very sulky, incredibly defensive over her pizza, and just moves it back. And yeah.
You know
like
what?
She puts the box lid up so she can't see the rest of you.
You know what?
Nausicaa,
He looks over.
It's fine.
James looks over at Nausicaa. I'll trade you a slice of mine for a slice of yours.
Oh God.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Don't do this to yourself.
I'm gonna get a Coke.
Nausicaa looks vindicated at Grace and Ava and Julie and swaps a piece.
Now, keep in mind, there is extra jalapenos on this. It's doused in red pepper flakes and sriracha.
Is she gonna have a Johnny Cash?
Oh yes. Your turn to roll stamina. God damn it.
I roll stamina later.
Oh no!
Yeah, I mean that's probably true.
The Johnny Cash, the burning ring of fire.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Nausicaa does take a bite of James's pizza, again, kind of looking like proud and vindicated. And then her eyes widen slightly. She begins to sweat, and she looks at James. It's really nice. I like it a lot.
Hold on.
You know
I will have James roll stamina.
If Ava's standing by the counter anyway, ordering a cola, she's just gonna order a glass of milk as well for Nausicaa, because that's one of the best ways to take away, too hot taste in your mouth. So yeah.
I passed my stamina test, but yeah, she would appreciate it.
Rebecca has one hand over her mouth. Just
James does not.
Oh no!
Oh no! No one can run after him. Oh.
But you see him take a bite, and you see his throat convulse, but not in a swallow. And I'm going to spend a willpower. And there is a swallow.
Oh
no!
And he just looks at her, his eyes sort of watering a little bit. Yours was great too.
Nausicaa just accepts this as face value, and yeah, looks much happier that someone's appreciating her pizza, which logically has more ingredients, so logically is better.
You can't make a qualitative statement over a quantitative statement.
Well, I just did, so give me some paradox.
So, Rebecca, we do agree that the smell from that pizza is vile, right?
Sometimes you smell vile, Julie, and I don't say anything about that.
Shots fired.
Well, what's it you said before? Acquired taste? That's right, acquired taste. And I tend to keep it to my room, but that's fine.
Ava will set the glass of milk in front of Nausicaa, shoots her a glance. Now that's not a very nice thing to say.
Nausicaa looks incredibly grateful for the milk.
Grace by now probably eat most of hers. There's probably like a slice left. And she'll just kind of look around and be like, anybody want the last one?
Ava's pizza is still there. She hasn't been able to touch it.
Oh, I understand. She's looking around anyway to see if anybody wants the last slice of the barbecue bacon.
Oh.
It was barbecue bacon and pineapple.
Julie scoots moves closer to Rebecca as she just says, so, like you've met other people who are, like, weird and stuff?
This seems like a good conversation for here, and we haven't even had the alcohol. Look at that.
Like, we can't
really, and James pops open the top of his coat and reaches into a pocket, and pours out a flask, pours a little bit in. Speak for yourself.
Grace is going to push her Coke towards him, like, please, with that look on her face.
Ava is not.
He dumps a little bit in her drink.
A little bit is all she's asking for.
Well, New York is full of very strange things.
Yes, it is.
Like this pizza place, I swear I've never seen a more peculiar place.
Like 4-way stops without no traffic lights? I mean...
Okay, fine. Let's, have any of you gone to the theater lately? No, haven't you? Oh, that's funny. Oh, I haven't gone either. Oh, that's boring. Oh, how about them taxi cars? They're really yellow. Oh, well, wow. What'd you think of that? And then Julie just kind of just frowns as she looks at the others. She says,
You hi, Julie?
no, sadly not.
Oh, grinning now, and the like affection in her eyes is just like unmistakable. She wants to take Julie home and wrap her in something soft. Like, this is hilarious, and she loves it. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to be obtuse. Do you want a story?
Sure. I, if that's okay. And she looks to the others, like, again, mockingly.
Sure, give me a minute. Story. Guess I don't...
I mean, if she's actually looking at them mockingly, Ava's just gonna give her, like, a warning look. Like, seriously, you're doing this now?
Okay, if she does that, and she was just like, no, it's fine.
It's probably for the best. Most of my stories are painful.
There's a lot of that going around.
Yeah.
Why painful?
Julie looks at Ava and then looks to Nausicaa, just like like she just puts her hands up and just.
No, it's a reasonable question. I think the answer is important. New York is full of strange things that are not just strange, but are dangerous. Sometimes very unexpectedly dangerous. Dangerous like you wouldn't see coming. I can't say that I've ever been well prepared for any of the strange things that have come my way. Every lesson is painful. Does that answer your question?
I'm not sure.
Maybe ask it a different way. I'm not sure I understand what you want to know.
You know, I have a question.
Mhm.
So, do you know any places in New York that are like that actually have like edible food?
That is a valid question.
Absolutely. It is a
You have
hobby of
edible-
mine.
You have edible food right in front of you.
I'm not very hungry right now.
You live above a restaurant.
If you want, I can send you a list of my favorite places.
That would be amazing.
I'd be glad to. Is there any particular kind of food you like?
Quality food.
Mm.
Other than that, I like to surprise myself.
I will send you a list of places and recommendations for what to order in that case.
That sounds quite pleasant. Thank you.
Are you hoping for something for tonight?
I have a feeling as she looks at the others that tonight will be quite good.
Good as in you're not going to be hungry?
No. We had quite a feast here. She kind of glances almost apologetically at the pizza that has not been touched by her.
You could take it with you.
You gonna eat that, Ava?
You can have it, Nausicaa, if you're still hungry.
Nausicaa does have it.
I love you.
When you pull it, Grace will actually put her last piece of meat on top of it as it starts heading your direction.
Bliss.
Please don't put the two different tastes on top of each other. Please don't.
Unfortunately, it just happened.
It's
But it's
more
up to her. But
thinking like sandwich. Oh God.
up to her if she eats it that way or not.
I have a question.
Fire away.
Should I be worried
Wait, what?
now that I've sat here with a lot of you?
What are you?
Am I in danger?
No.
Oh.
Why would you?
She's gonna pee any of that. Should I roll for the table or should I roll for everybody individually? Because she's looking at each face.
I'm okay with you just rolling once. You're gonna beat all of us.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Or one roll for each of us. Or one for all of us, rather. Just to save. Yeah.
Okay. So she
That's
has
fine.
3 successes.
I'm actually going to roll my manip sub if what little bit I have.
Julie seems confused by you asking. Like, but it like, there's also, in Julie, there's also a bit of, maybe she does think of, maybe she wants, you get the clear impression that Julie also maybe wants to convince herself that you are not in danger, not being totally convinced that you might not. Or, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nausicaa looks unconcerned with the trivialities that are not pizza right now. But upon the question, she will look up slightly and just kind of look, a bit quizzical at the bluntness of this question.
James is honestly thinking, and he looks at her and he says, honestly, it depends. The universe is often a dangerous place, and it often returns what you bring to it.
Oh. That is a very good answer. All right. I see.
Grace
What
doesn't say anything out loud. She just, the response is more, because I took like 2 of your successes with my roll.
Okay.
So, yeah, she looks a little uncertain.
Okay.
That's what you get from her.
So Grace looks uncertain. James looks uncertain.
No, James looks at you and
Thoughtful.
said that straight to your face.
Okay. He looks, would you say thoughtful?
No. He was thoughtful for a second and then gave his answer, and there's complete honesty on his face.
Is it just kind of blank honesty, or is there...
There's no threat, like,
Mm-hmm.
he's just saying that straight.
Okay. And I got Julie's. Nausicaa looks quizzical. And what's Ava look like?
Ava looks. I'm trying to think how to explain this. Sorry. She looks a little worried, but it's not like she is concerned about this group doing something. It's more, like, yeah, I guess it would be uncertainty as well, doubt, mixed with a little bit of tired look, which is mainly aimed at 2 individuals on this table.
So she asks a question and looks around at the group. And
I think thoughtful is the right word for Alpha, actually.
okay. And she just kind of shifts in her seat and then lets herself be engaged by James's remark. Are you talking in terms of karma?
No, just in general.
Well, you're not wrong. Thank you. I will take that under advisement.
So we're good conversationalists today.
I'm sorry. What was your name again?
I'm very sorry. She kind of glances at the table to see if she can offer a hand without putting her elbow in someone's pizza.
Probably.
And then very carefully reaches over to offer him a hand.
He takes it.
My name is Rebecca. Dr. Wright, professionally.
Jonathan. Jonathan Miros. I work for Iliad Capital Management.
Pleasure to meet you. She glances around and just kind of shrugs. I've met everyone else. However, briefly. Sorry, Sophia.
No, it happens. It's my fault I was late.
Well, it's too bad you missed out on the fun. Though it was a little bit of a fraught afternoon, but fun.
Fraught afternoon?
Just strong personalities. Very strong personalities.
Yeah, I have no experience with that. As she smiles.
Hey! I gave you booze.
I'm interested in
Yeah, she's going to hold her Coke up in a toast to James.
You're welcome.
Are you a strong personality then? She's asking
I
Jonathan.
don't slouch. He smiles.
Well, it depends on his alcohol intake.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Hey, my personality is affected if I've. Well,
I know, but that was a question directed to me. I mean,
Rebecca doesn't laugh. She's her laughter and her kind of amused affection have
again,
been squashed.
he's saying all of this with like a half, like a side grin, like a smirk. So he's.
It seems that New York collects all those, just kind of collects all the strong personalities. I think that's my opinion.
How do you quantify a personality?
that's actually a pretty good question.
I know.
How do you quantify it? I suppose if you were collecting data, you could observe a person's interactions and judge whether they stayed consistent depending on who they were speaking to, depending on the situation, or gave under pressure, bent to fit themselves to the situation.
Interesting.
I'm honestly not sure it would be effective, or meaningful. Those sorts of... And she remembers Nausicaa's expression when she said what her degree was in, and she just kind of smirks. Those sorts of experiments were never my forte, I'm afraid.
That's okay.
I think determining whether or not a personality was strong or weak isn't necessarily a quantitative. Something you can quantify. It's more of a qualitative. There's more context.
You can also give James a look that simply just says, "Well done, big words."
Shots fired. Shots fired. Oh, and by the way, for Saskia,
Mhm.
for your previous statement, I'll just put this up for a moment, letting you know, and then
James is gonna look over at Nausicaa and it's like, you know, you're not the only one whose vocabulary can afford $100 words.
Only $100? Maybe I should pay you more.
If you're offering
okay.
raises, I'm sure he'd accept.
Be stupid not to.
So I don't know, like she will just look to the others, just say, so. Do we want to move to a place that is more, it's better than this for talking, or what?
If you really want, we could go back up to the office.
I suppose
That could
we
be an
could.
idea. I don't know how much time you have, but I do want to talk a little.
Why?
Because I have questions, okay?
It's not unreasonable to have questions. Though this is a rather large group for questions.
I don't think we were all planning to question you.
No, I was thinking just the two of us. Or, right? Or, I don't know. We
Well, I'm more than happy to go out for ice cream
I could
if you'd like to.
definitely use an ice cream.
Absolutely.
I was actually hoping to be able to get a word with you as well, but I see you have engagements now.
You can come along too. Like that's
No, I
not.
don't think that's very wise.
If it's all right, Julie,
All right.
perhaps can I give you a rain check on the ice cream? No offense, I've been worried is not quite the right word.
Ice cream, I knew this was missing something.
Don't you dare.
Oh!
Don't forget the hot fudge.
She doesn't need your help.
So the two of you just want to, like, that's fine. We'll talk at another time, I suppose.
No,
I-
it's fine. I'm sure Julie can explain perfectly well what has happened.
I am not terribly interested in an explanation. Just I would
It's
I would
good
love
to
a
know
moment to talk
friends
to.
are okay. Yes?
Yes.
But it's obvious Julie has questions, and I will not interfere with that.
Well, God willing, we have a great deal of time for questions.
No time like the present.
If you prefer.
as said, I wouldn't dare to get in someone else's way.
Well, if my preferences are relevant, I should love the chance to talk to you briefly. And she glances at Julie. I've already given my word that whatever question she has, none of the answers are, you need to be afraid of me right now. So
Well,
I hope that
comforting. She says with a obviously not too contempt look.
I don't know how to be more comforting. I'm sorry.
In the middle of all this weirdly awkward moment, Grace is going to walk up to Rebecca and just kind of be well, she'll just be like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and go. It was nice seeing you again, and then to like offer a hand.
She takes it, shakes it very gently. Good to see you again, too.
And she'll kind of look at the others who aren't part of that particular conversation and be like, "You guys want to come with, or are you gonna stay around?"
Sure, one sec.
All right.
Yeah, I'll come with you.
Julie, are you coming with us, or are you gonna stay out?
Yeah, right. Whatever. And Julie kind of looks like upgiving and just says, I'll see you around, I suppose.
You don't have to. I mean,
You've both now offered to leave.
Yeah, that's what I don't get. Like, what? She just. Actually, Julie looks more frustrated. Like,
Rebecca's going to slide to her feet and move away from the table and then offer Ava a hand.
It was a pleasure meeting you, Dr. Wright.
The pleasure is all mine. And does she take the hand?
Yes, you shake it.
I'm gonna P&E that. She only has one success.
Who's the defender in this case?
I think you are. If you're trying to hide something.
Yup.
Is she just so? How's she trying to come off? Just bland and unreadable? Okay. Okay. Rebecca gives her hand a very gentle squeeze, and then turns and smiles at Julie and shrugs a shoulder. I suppose that's decided then. If you have time.
sure. She smiles. And I don't know, has Dr. Wright taken a car here?
No. She will have taken the subway, so she'll pick up her pizza and head for the exit.
All right.
nice meeting you.
Before Julie leaves, Ava will actually, take a moment and she'll look at her and just say, "Don't be stupid."
Don't worry. Like, I just. I just have some general questions. That's it.
And she'll just wave with like the, napkin that she kind of has the entire conversation between her and Rebecca written down on. She says, "That was stupid."
What Julie do to this?
She's more than welcome to punch Ava in the face if she so wishes. It's fine.
No. Julie just says.
I understand Ava's being a bit of.
She just says, right, like, fine, I'll do in fucking Morse code or something. I don't know. And she begins to walk off with Rebecca.
While this is happening, Nausicaa has gone up to the counter to ask for a drink, and they didn't have some ridiculously branded large can of energy drink. So she walked into the toilet, and about a minute later comes out with an energy drink, cracks it open and starts sipping it. And if the hunter is anywhere nearby, she can probably tell magic happened.
That is great. That is fucking awesome, by the way.
Kind of gross. Going to the bathroom for a drink.
Yeah, especially the color that most energy drinks have.
Well, if you're like grabbing it from somewhere else by using magic, it's quite.
I mean, yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, like portal.
I think we got that, but
Yeah.
It's still gross. Like, where the fuck did you get that? But yeah. So yeah. Julie, oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
It's just James is going to look over at Nausicaa and just shake his head.
Yeah. Julie will walk off with Rebecca. And so you took the subway or what?
Mm-hmm. I like to walk. Do you like to walk? There's an ice cream place. It's not close, but it's in walking distance.
Oh yeah. I do quite a bit of walking. Yeah. That's cool.
Okay.
So they begin to walk off, and yeah, the first little while, Julie won't say anything. She looks nervous and confused and unsure, and she just at one point she'll just say, "So I apparently did like several really stupid and bad things, but tell you the truth, I've experienced some weird shit, but I suppose I'm not the only one." I don't know how to explain most of it, and I just like, are you like I'm quite certain I know what Cammy is, but I don't know, like, are there, like, should I be afraid? Should I, like, I think I know I don't have to be afraid, but, like,
I'm... No. You don't need to be afraid of me. She's going to pull out the dice. Not actual dice, but I'm going to get my dice out because, now it's going to start getting interesting. I'm just me. And that's only a partial truth, so I'm going to roll. Man, the ones. One success.
One
Ooh.
success.
I'm the defender. Am I the defender?
Yeah, I think you are.
No, you're a visionary.
Are you trying to do something in Mandarin? Because I'm super excited about.
I'll re-roll that because that's actually more dice than I have. I can still botch this. Nope, it's the same.
I'm just wondering, Peter, is there any other language that Julie has made common that she knows?
At this time, I think it's Tibetan English. That's it, I think.
Tibetan. Where'd you learn Tibetan?
From Lee.
Is it Tibetan or Mandarin? Because Lee speaks Mandarin.
It's Tibetan. That's what I've been told. So.
Oh. Okay. Okay. All right. Never mind.
James is welcome to accompany them if he wants.
No. But there will be a Julie will get a text, and it will say in English. I don't know if Julie will just pull out her phone randomly, but it says, "Stay safe. If you need, call." And then it'll have a dragon emoji and a sword emoji.
You will just get a text back. It's like fairly soon after that just says, thanks a lot, and a smiley face.
And I'm going to dip out of the scene. Thanks for the scene, guys.
All right.
Bye.
Good night. Poor Julie. Left him alone with the hunter who's lined her already.
Yes. Well, I thought it was about time we reversed the roles, in a way.
Well, let's see how this goes.
So Julie will just say, but you know about quite a few things that are, yeah. So.
I do. I have also seen some shit. I think that's probably the best way to put it. I have seen some shit.
Yeah. Like, but why? Like, was it an accident, or was it like something you decided to do, or what? Like,
She turns in, she looks at Julie fairly intently for a moment. Why have I seen some shit?
not well. Why are you involved? Like, in general.
Involved is a funny word.
I don't know if it's the right word, but you know.
I think I know what you mean. Yes, I guess that's actually a very, very good word. I tend to be a very curious person. I like to know things. And once I realized that there's an awful lot to know, once you start seeing things, it's hard to stop seeing them. You start seeing them everywhere.
Right. Right. I kind of get it.
Kind of?
It's difficult. I don't know.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not. But there's very, very little I can tell you. I've told you enough, well, too much already. But You kind of got that vibe from the others, so it's not a secret.
I see. It's probably better that I don't know too much.
Exactly. But it's just, I've been cooped up with these people, and you have to limit yourself so much in how many, like, who you talk to, what you talk to. Honestly, I'm getting quite sick of it. I just want to be able to fucking do some of the stuff I did before, but I can't now. And it really, really blows. And I just thought for a second I could speak to someone about it, but someone who knew, someone who understood, well, understood it a little bit, or maybe something else, but, like, had something, experienced something like what I have. But apparently I can't speak to you about it either.
Because you'll be yelled at? Or because I won't understand?
Because I'll get into even more trouble than I'm already in with. She just, like, points with a thumb behind her. My friends. I care for them, and I don't want bad things to happen, but
Of course.
I just want to know, but, like, Cammy, like, does she, like, change when she looks around again? Look, does she change shape or what? Like in the movies? Like, I just, and she stands there for a moment, just looks confused and lost, and she's just, there's like some things you hear about certain stuff, but then, like, when it's actually real, like, like, how does it work? Like, what the hell does it, like, you know?
This is she has 6 successes to see if Julie's confusion is genuine, if she's being disingenuous, or whether she actually is.
She legitimately looks confused, scared, and frustrated to a certain extent. Like, you get a certain feeling like she's very genuine, and it's also like this has been brewing up for a while, and she's been talking to some people who may not know a lot, or, like, know about as much as she does. And she seems to be very, very genuine when she says this.
The problem is that, as far as I can tell, no one wants to be talked about. No one wants anyone else to know anything about them. I told Ava as much after you left last time. That I realize it's dangerous for me to know things. What do you know about Cammy?
She looks at her. That she, I'm quite sure that she's, she just leans in and just, like a werewolf? And you, like, when she whispers werewolf, it's quite clear that she sounds unconvinced when she says it. Like, she's, despite what this person you're talking to might be able to do, you can make educated guesses, I'm sure, but she seems unconvinced or kind of weirded out by even saying the word.
How about I tell you a little bit about werewolves? I will neither confirm nor deny that anyone I know is a werewolf. But I will tell you to stay out of Central Park. And don't.
Oh, Jesus Christ. She just says, like, on the spot, like, she just, She just puts a hand in front of her face and just like, okay, sure, okay.
Okay. I'm sorry. Have
No,
I
go
disappointed
ahead.
you already?
No, it's just I thought I would get up to speed with taking in a lot of new and quite unbelievable information fast, but I continuously am not able to. So
As in, you
it's
knew
fine.
about Central Park.
Well, I can put 2 and 3 together. If you're telling me to stay, yeah, it's a little bit too close for comfort. That's all I'm saying. But it's fine. It's fine. Just please continue.
Central Park is too close for comfort?
You said stay out of there.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know what that means.
Let me be very specific. There are werewolves in Central Park, and they're very territorial. She says very quietly as they
I
walk.
know. That's what I gathered. I was thinking like you had to go outside the city in a fucking forest somewhere, but all right. That's fine. That's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's fine. She looks frustrated or just like, of course, these things are in the middle of the city. Like this just seems like, oh, wonderful. Like, of course they are. Like,
She seems like she's dismayed to learn that there are werewolves in Central Park, or she seems like this information is frustrating.
this information is frustrating. This information is just like more great news. Like, maybe she's been a little dramatic, but.
Huh. It really seems to bother you.
Well, if please, go on. Like you were about to tell me something about certain things.
I don't want to upset you with frivolous details.
No, it's fine. I have to get used to not getting affected by it at some point. So just go ahead. Like it's fine.
How long have you been... when did you start knowing that everything wasn't the way it seemed?
Seems like years ago, but it's been a while now. But yeah, it's if a certain time I don't want to. It feels a lot longer than it has been.
But still frustratingly vague. If
On
I'm
certain
understanding.
things, on quite a few things actually, but yeah.
Mm. Well, what I know about werewolves is that they're terrifying. And they're dangerous. There aren't very many of them. They're crusaders, I suppose. I don't really know what that means, but it's good to know that if they're dangerous, it's for a cause. They fight against evil, apparently. as I'm told the wizards do. Yes, I understand they do change. I've never seen it. And I've been told that I probably would not survive seeing it. I've had one get mad at me before. And it was terrifying doesn't really begin to describe it. It's very visceral. I don't know how you and your friends can be around them the way that you can without seeming to notice that it's palpable.
I did like after a while, like there was something off yesterday, but yeah, like I don't know. It's hard to describe. Yeah.
I'll be honest, it's quite possibly the the easiest way to spot a wizard is to see them with a werewolf. And they don't seem to notice when I can barely keep my nerves from jumping through my skin half the time.
So you sense them, but you also, she stops, looks at you. So you also feel something around me or other people.
Feel something. No, you're nothing like the werewolves. You just feel like a person. You look normal. But you don't notice if a werewolf walks by, and I notice. If a werewolf walked by, I would know, even if they never looked at me.
Well, that's weird. You know, how do you know that? Like, is it like a sense or a feeling, or is it like?
That's probably an exaggeration, but if you watch a werewolf walk through a crowd, everyone feels it. People get tense, they get nervous. Everyone responds to that differently, but people get defensive. It's unmistakable if you know what you're watching for. And if you've experienced it a few times, you realize when you get that clench in your gut and have to fight the urge to run away. it's I wouldn't say it's distinctive, but it's powerful enough to, if you know what to watch for.
So
I've had
what does it do? Like, do you put on like a costume, or do you just listen to police scanners, or like, I don't get it. Like,
What? What? A costume?
I don't know. Like,
For finding werewolves?
No, you know what I mean. Like, I don't know. Do you go like? Is it like some of the movies we go out and look for the? And then she takes two index fingers and just puts them on like indicating fangs, kind of like it stands there. It's very weird when she does it.
What are you talking about?
Like, do you go out and like do you hunt, or like do you go out and map out like where they live, or you talk to them? Do you like what's your deal? Like, do you just know that they are and you're just in danger because you got screwed, or like what's what's the deal? Like,
Well, sometimes I invite them over to dinner. With people who I think will be well behaved even if they're nervous. Sometimes I just invite them over for lunch since it doesn't trouble me too much to be nervous. I'm I don't usually do it in costume, but
all right, sorry, I'm just that's a lot to take in, you know, like yeah.
what's a lot to take in? That werewolves exist?
One thing is like when it just gets dumped on you. One thing is another thing is when you have to compartmentalize and actually just get down to the specifics of it. That's another thing.
Explain.
Well, like it's when you get told like 4 or 5 different things, and it's like this is like this is like this is like this. Like, okay, you deal with one of them, and then you move on, and then it's only like 3 or 4 weeks. Then you actually have to take like mentally begin to prepare yourself for dealing with the 3 other facts. That's going to take some time to, you know, order your mind to like this is a thing now. No.
I'm not going to ask you about being a wizard, but it sounds like there's a lot of things you really need to talk about.
You think? She just says, as she nods, a little frustrated.
I'm listening.
Yeah, but you're just you said. Like, that's cool and all, but as much as I'd like it, I can't talk to you because, well, who knows? Like, I don't, first of all, I don't want to bring you into danger, and the more I talk to you, the more danger you can come get in, which is a problem. And I don't want that on my conscience. And you seem like a very nice person, and I don't want you bringing you in that danger. So it's just, yeah.
Are there... It sounds like there are things you need to confess.
Wait,
I
what?
don't...
She just looks up at you and she says, what?
It sounds like there are things you need to confess. It sounds like there are things that have moved your heart in ways you don't understand. That you need to talk to someone about.
I don't know what you mean. Like, she looks around again. The existence of all this really weird shit. Yeah, yeah. I think you could have a psychologist, keep a psychologist busy for quite some time with all of this shit. Yeah, yeah, I think so. Yeah, yeah. Well, but no, I don't have anything. What do you
I'm
mean?
not going to ask you about weird shit. But what's it doing to you? You seem confused.
I'm uncertain I can deal with all of this and make it out on the other side. And that terrifies me.
Yeah, I completely understand.
And that's pretty much it. What if I'm not good enough? What if this gets really serious and I don't make it? That's pretty much it.
And do you believe in an afterlife?
Sure. In a certain way. Well, by now I know that there's probably something, but God only knows.
As if there are werewolves, there's probably heaven.
I don't even know where to begin on that. That's a whole. She just like shakes her head a little. She just says like, "Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't even know where to begin with that. Like, I'm dealing with stuff down here first, so yeah."
Well, I forgive me, but I think it's an important thing to consider, don't you? If you're worried about dying.
Well, it's not going to be my primary focus. Is going to be planning for things, not not getting in a position like that. But it still scares me. But that's what's bugging me. Yeah. But no, I don't have anything to confess. And I will roll.
Yeah, I'm going to. Rebecca's definitely calling bullshit on that. She doesn't trust mages much farther than she can throw them. Oh man.
Ah!
Defender wins. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Rebecca's watching her for a moment when she says she has nothing to confess. I think that we mean it in different ways. My field is religion. I apologize. I can't.
Oh, right.
I'm
No,
not.
but thanks. But yeah, like I'm cool.
No, no.
Like,
I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to convert you. My field is all religions. It means that I understand people by what they believe in, who or what they believe in. I talk to people about their lives within the framework of of powers that are difficult to talk about. Even before I ever saw something strange and awful, I spent my lifetime studying people's responses to the sacred. Many different kinds of sacred. There are lots of forms of confession. I'm not trying to drag you into a church. Before your parents, they were Christian?
wow, Christian in the Republican sense.
Yes. I know what you mean. What denomination?
That's lots of stuff about getting money and success and being the best that they can be and being in the best schools and shit. Not so much on the loving and compassion, but well.
Yes, that's a very, very interesting development. the idea that you will know the saved by their success in life.
Or whenever some crooked businessman or Wall Street banker gets caught on shit, or a politician actually gets caught on his lies and convicted for it, he is totally alright if he just finds Jesus. Bunch of bullshit. Then he's all clear and he can have another go at a corrupt fucking... Never mind. I should stop right there.
No, I understand. I understand. That's actually... I apologize. In that context, it makes my saying that you need a confession extremely... I didn't mean that I think that you could wash away the things that are troubling you by laying them before God. That wasn't what I meant. I don't think that.
Oh, okay.
I think it sounds like you need to talk about things that are secret. Things that really are only between you and your God. Or whatever you conceive the sacred to be. And it seems as though that's very difficult to do for your kind.
I don't think you have any idea how difficult, but... Well, you don't, but... Look, I've got your phone number, and I've already done a lot more than I should have. Like, listen, I'll call you at some point, and we'll get together, we'll have some tea, we'll talk.
Have I
Okay.
answered your questions?
For the moment, yeah. Yeah, you have.
Have I scared you?
Well, no, you haven't really done anything. Like, a lot of that was there to begin with, and hasn't really changed. Well, a little.
Are you scared? Is that why you are eager to leave now? Or are you angry?
No. I'm cautious. That's one of the things I've learned now. Very cautious.
I'm sorry.
But I will take your advice.
I can see how that caution has gone against a very hard-won freedom, benevolence, vulnerability.
There's a lot of stuff I really used to enjoy that has very quickly disappeared from my life. Let's just say that.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Mm.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
That's not all bad, but
I hope not. I hope there are moments that excite you.
Mm.
That there are still things that you find wondrous and kind.
oh, there are. I think you're one of them, but I hope you are anyway.
So far in my experience with wizards, where I rank on the wondrous scale is quite low. But I'm happy to listen.
Right. Well, I will. I mean, I can bring some cookies or some cakes and stuff. Like,
You are always welcome, empty-handed or not.
Well, you're quite the baker yourself, so I mean, I wouldn't mind. Like,
I stress bake.
oh, I see. Well,
Mhm.
I'll pick like how you like if I make some edibles and bring them. I don't know. Do you want someone without and some with, or what?
I tend to have very little experience with that sort of thing. I don't
Oh,
even
okay,
drink.
gotcha. Then it's probably a little too yeah. Then I'll just bring some normal brownies and stuff. Like yeah.
That would be wonderful.
Oh yeah, like maybe sometime next week or something.
Hmm. Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm sorry that I made things awkward with your friends.
Well, I kind of did that myself. It's fine. And Julie just nods, and yeah, she will just she'll begin to make emotions to leave, and then she will just say, "It's been a weird but a pleasure." Like I don't
It's been both of those things, and certainly a pleasure. Have a good night. Good luck. And be
yeah,
safe.
thanks, and you too. And she just kind of nods to you and begins to walk off.
Rebecca watches her for a couple steps and then just kind of reaches up and pushes her hands over her hair, like, whoo, wow, things. Um, and then she shakes her head and smiles and turns and reorients herself and heads towards the subway station.
And with that, the scene will come to a close. Thank you very much, players, for playing, and watchers for watching. Good night.